Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to talk about breathing. Yep. So, first, hit that like button for me, and then also hit subscribe, and make sure you're still subscribed. If you are subscribed, thank you kindly. Thank you to all my subscribers. Um, and let's talk about this Lars Sullivan uh, breathing that he was doing. There's something about WWE where when they got these big guys, Snitsky, Heidenreich, Vladimir Kozlov, Ludwig Borga, and innumerate other numbers of Luther Reigns, where they just make these guys snort and breathe very heavily. And all they do is you're like, what in the hell? Nobody does that. No, who acts like that? Who is choo choo train over here breathing super heavily? Like, why would you ever do that? Whoever does that? Nobody does that. It's not human. That's not a human emotion. That's not what human beings do. It's not even what people on TV do. I've never even seen it in a movie. I only see it on WWE TV. I don't think I've ever even seen it in any other wrestling promotion. Has it any other wrestling promotion had such an innumerate number of guys who just breathe heavy? Why? Why? Doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's get into this promo. Okay, so Lars Sullivan, who one of my subscribers told me has acromegaly, which is, he has a very large hands, deformed head. I just called him an ogre, but it's an actual medical condition. It's similar to gigantism. Gigantism, I think it's called. I think it was Andre the Giant had that, where he's just big all over. I think Big Show also has it. So it seems like Lars Sullivan has like this actual physical deformity that makes him look like an ogre. So basically, that's kind of where they went back to the whole childhood trauma. Which, is anybody really buying this stuff? But let's go through it. So Lars Sullivan is talking about being bullied. He got bullied in school. He got pushed. He got kicked. He got his lunch stolen. He got called a freak. All the other kids laughed at him. Then he said he learned how to defend himself. Packed on 15 pounds of muscle in a year and a half. And then the bullying stopped. And he started bullying the bullies. And then he enjoyed that so much, he started bullying all the other kids. And then he screamed for no reason and said that he loved being a bully. He enjoyed being a bully. And I said to myself, this doesn't work. That's not working. This doesn't work at all. Oh, Ryback also breathes very heavily. But I'm just so distracted by all of the heavy breathing. It's so stupid. It's inhuman. If there's one thing, like, TV shows push human emotions to the limit. Like, people say crazy things and they just stare at you. Like, nobody does that in the real world either. When you say something crazy, then people just stare, waiting for a response. Usually people already have a response. They snap or they lose their shit. But you have these guys who just kind of stare and they're waiting for a response from you. Like, TV show shit. But this breathing thing, I don't know if I've ever even seen it in a movie. I don't get it. I'm distracted by it. I'm like, I want to talk about this really bad promo, but I can't. I'm just so fixated on him breathing very, very heavily with no shirt on. And what is it with Michael Cole being in this position where these guys are breathing very heavily with no shirts on? What's up? What are they trying to tell us about Michael Cole? Because remember, Michael Cole's the guy who got hemmed up by Heidenreich. And they called it the rape scene. Like, everybody remember that, right? Where Heidenreich pressed himself against a young, impressionable Michael Cole in a dark room, and it seemed very erotic and weird. This was very weird too, and erotic, because this man, Lars Sullivan, starts talking about how he figured out being a bully that he can make people do whatever he wants. And then he says he can make people eat whatever he wants. And all I thought of, gay porn star, Lars Sullivan, and that whole thing with the gay porn scene. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I would not have written that line. I wouldn't have wrote that line. I can make people eat whatever I want. And a guy who has done gay porn, that's what you want him to say on TV. I can make you eat whatever I want. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that to that man. Come on, man. Come on. Every week, they're trying to make him... The first week, he seemed like a baby face, where they was basically breaking him down, breaking down his psyche and all that type of stuff. Here, they're trying to build him back up as a bully. But it doesn't work because he's still talking about being a victim. And the last thing you want to hear from a bully is that he was a victim. And the last thing you want to hear from a bully is that he is a bully. I'm just of the opinion that, like, only cartoon villains talk about being, I'm evil. Like, only that's something out of a, He-Man cartoon or something like that. Nobody talks like that either. Most people feel justified in what they've done. Now, if they would have stopped there and said that he went on and packed on all this muscle, and then he beat up the bullies, and then he beat up all the kids who laughed at him, and, he made sure they never laughed at him again. You just stopped right there, that would have been fine. But with them going into the whole, I like being a bully, I loved it, I was like, yeah, this is fake. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Bullies don't enjoy, not that bullies don't enjoy being bullies, but they're not Skeletor. Skeletor, like, come to my evil lair. Nobody does that. That's inhuman. That's stupid. Okay, that's dumb. But please don't let this man talk about putting stuff in people's mouths again. Don't do that. Don't. He has a questionable background. Don't do that. You're better off just putting him back in the ring. You're better off just putting him back in the ring. Now, I'm guessing he's probably going to be the last member of the SmackDown Survivor Series team. I don't care. Lars Sullivan I can take him or leave him. But you got to do the guy some. You got to give the guy some credit. You could have told this story a lot better. I don't like how they're doing this story. I don't like how they have him breathing super heavy for no reason. And I don't like, that they're talking about him putting things in people's mouths. We don't need that. We can do without it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you guys later.